should be live now. Alright, Shalom. Want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to you, to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Makab Wadash. I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule and teach. I want to give a special salutation out there to the hopeful elect, scattered among the four corners of the earth. Alright. This is an article made December 8th, 2021. I found about this at least on the 10th. So I'm doing this video late. As you can see here, today's date is December 13th. Okay. And basically, Chile, again, Chile, they're one of the tribes of Israel. If you look on the chart, which I'm going to bring up now, 12 tribes chart of Israel. If you look on a chart, scroll. No, this is the wrong one. This bug out. This fucking bug out chart that they have here. Way off. Actually, no, it seems to be correct. Okay, they have the correct one. So the Chileans, okay, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is off. You got to be careful because you got this people called Gathering of Christ, Christian organization, and they're going off on the 12 tribes chart. Let me do this. GMS. Type that in. See what comes up. And there we go. Okay. The 12 tribes chart. As you can see here, the tribe of Naphtali. Argentinians to Chileans. So the Chileans are from the tribe of Naphtali. Okay. And this is how they look. Right here. The average looking Chilean. From a light brown, very light brown, to looking pale with blonde hair, to a very dark brown, as you can see here by this elder Jake over here. So these so-called Chileans, which they're not Israelites because they don't deserve to be called Israelites because they're still in a heathen state of mind, and I'm gonna show you why. These so-called Chileans, okay, as you can see here, love is love. Chile legalized same-sex marriage in a historic vote by Fabian Cambero, probably a Jake as well. Santiago, December 7th. Chile's Congress passed a law to legalize same-sex marriage on Tuesday, in a milestone for the conservative South American nation after a decade-long battle over the country delicately poised ahead of a crossroads election this month. So this is a conservative country, and they have drunken of the juice, the wine of Babylon. Today is a historic day. Our country has improved same-sex marriage one more step towards in terms one more step forward in terms of justice, in terms of equality, recognizing that love is love, quote unquote, love is love. Even if it's sinning, it's still love, right? That's what they believe. Minister of Social Development Carla Rubilar said after the vote. Uh, Again, precept that just came to my mind. Lies in their own eyes. This is Isaiah 5. Let me start at verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter, okay, for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Okay, woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine, okay, and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for reward and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Okay? Therefore, as the fire devoureth the stubble, and the flame consumeth the chaff, so their root shall be as rottenness, and their blossom shall go up as dust, meaning they're going to be destroyed, because they have cast away the law of the Lord of hosts and despised the word of the Holy One of Israel. And that's what's going to happen to these people. These so-called Chileans down there. Okay, they're going to be numbered to the sword. Okay, pursuant to Amos 9, verse 10. Let's see. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. And I'm going to go to Ezekiel, because these Chileans, even though they're not in America, because the 1/3 and the 2/3, let's say the terms 1/3 and 2/3, it refers to the Israelites in America, in Babylon, okay, America, United States of America. There are elect Israelites outside of America, and you also have wicked Israelites that are not of the elect outside of America, but they are not called 2/3 or 1/3. They're just called the elect and the wicked, aka the rebels. So it took me a while to understand that, but Elder Kasap, he explained that to me briefly. This is Ezekiel 20 verse 38. And I will purge out from among you the rebels and them that transgress against me, and I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter in the land of Israel, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay? So you got a lot of Israelites that are outside of America that are going to be labeled, they're going to fulfill that prophecy, as the rebels, the ones that are not of the elect. Because the elect will be delivered simultaneously along with the elect in America. They will be delivered together. The elect is not going to be delivered later on. No, we're all going to be delivered together. But the 2/3 that still remain after the destruction outside of America, they will be purged and fulfill that prophecy in Ezekiel 20 verse 38. So this is Luke 19 verse 27. But those mine enemies which will not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. And that's mainly talking to the nation of Israel. Okay? Because the heathens will serve whether they like it or not. But this is a precept to Ezekiel 20, verse 38. Okay? Those rebels that don't want the Lord to reign over them, because you got a lot of demonic, wicked ass Israelites that are outside of America that hate Yahushua, So when that time comes, the Lord is gonna get his quote unquote pound of flesh. The Lord's gonna get his. The Lord's gonna beat them to powder. Okay, those wicked Israelites out there. So I'm gonna continue to read on. Today's a historic day. Our country has approved same-sex marriage. One more step forward in terms of justice, in terms of equality, recognizing that love is love. Minister of Social Development Carla Rubilar said after the vote. Now I have to be careful what I say because I just remembered I'm doing a video on the most. So I have to be very careful what I say. I have to be very careful. Chile's Senate and lower house of parliament both voted heavily in favor of the bill on Tuesday, which had previously been partially approved in November before the Senate sent it back to the committee to clarify ambiguities. Current President Sebastian Pinera, sounds like Pinera, who will leave office in March, has backed the bill and is expected to sign the law. The vote culminates a process that began in 2017 when the first bill was introduced, backed by then President Michelle Bachelet. Chile is now poised to join over 20 countries globally with legal same-sex marriage, including Argentina, Jesus Christ, Brazil, Colombia, Costa Rica, and Uruguay in Latin America. Oh my God! Wow. So these are the leading Latin American countries that are leading this same-sex marriage nonsense. You got Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Costa Rica, Uruguay. Man, that's crazy. It's hard to believe that today we are taking this step. Rolando Jimenez from LGBT rights group Moviv, one of the major backers of the bill and which helped spearhead Chile's push to legalize same-sex marriage for more than a decade. So they've been going on about this since, like, I would say 2011. If it's truly a decade, 2011, 2010. Chile will now elect a new president on December 19th, choosing between progressive Gabriel Boric and social conservative Jose Antonio Costa, a practicing Catholic. The two offer widely different visions for the country's future. While Cast is the so-called Catholic with same-sex marriage. He had said that he would sign the bill into law anyway had it been passed by Congress during the potential presidency of his. Chile has long had a conservative reputation, even compared with its deeply Catholic Latin American peers. Still, a strong majority of Chileans now support same sex marriage, and Chileans have now shown signs of moving left on social and cultural issues in recent years. That's due to the influence of Babylon. It was never really like that. This is a Revelation. I'm going to go to Revelation 17, okay? Verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. And that's the wine of Babylon, okay? One of the wines of Babylon, or one of the wine of Babylon's fornication, is homosexuality, LGBT, okay? They have pushed this vile influence mainly through the social media, uh, mainly through social media all throughout the world, and now it's affecting these different countries and how they run things. That's why they're trying so hard to destabilize the Middle East with that Babylon juice, and those Arabs over there, the leaders of those people. They're getting mad because they see the effects of this Babylonian juice and how it's affecting their people. This is Revelation 18, verse 3. For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth have waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And that's one of the reasons why America will be destroyed. The, Let me say this: the reason why America will be destroyed is because America is the main uh, cause of the problem here on Earth. Okay, America is solely responsible for all the wickedness that's happening all throughout the world, whether it's through the wars, the poverties, the sanctions, the economic sanctions that are going on, the LGBT, uh, homosexuality, murder, adultery, whatever it is. America pushes it out through its influences. And all these nations, especially the people, the civilians, the citizens, they take it in and believe it because they see America as the leading kingdom on earth. So that's why America has to go. In order for uh earth to go back to righteousness, America has to be moved out of the way. Two kings cannot sit on one throne. This is Deuteronomy. Let me see. Deuteronomy chapter 32. Ooh, this is Deuteronomy 32, verse 32. For their vine is of the vine of Sodom and of the fields of Gomorrah. The grapes are grapes of gall, their clusters are bitter. Their wine is the poison of dragons, and the cruel venom of ops. Is not this laid up in store with me, and sealed up among my treasures? To me belongeth vengeance and recompense. Their foot shall slide in due time, for the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things that shall come upon them make haste. That's talking about the nation of Israel. For the Lord shall judge his people and repent himself for his servants when he seeth that their power is gone and there is none shut up or left. Okay? Uh, and that's pretty much what I'm going to get there. Well, actually, let me continue reading. And he shall say, where are their gods, their rock, in whom they trusted, which did eat the fat of their sacrifices and drink the wine of their drink offerings? Let them rise up and help you and be your protection. And that's what the Lord's going to do. Okay? In the time of their calamities, the Lord says he's going to mock them when their fear cometh. Because these Chileans, they know who they are. Okay? A lot of them, they know that they are one of the sons of Jacob. Because you have a lot of the Hebrew Israelite movement that's going on down there in South America, Latin America, especially when there are a lot of Hebrew artifacts down there. So they know, a good majority of them, they know that they're from the Middle East because there are books written about, there are accounts, the prophets are out there, preaching the word there, so they know. They have no cloak for their sins. So these Chileans, man, that's if they don't repent. They're going to be destroyed in this upcoming destruction that's coming. This is Hosea 7. Uh, Let me jump at verse 13. Woe unto them, for they have fled from me. Destruction unto them, because they have transgressed against me. Though I have redeemed them, and that's through Yahushai. Yet they have spoken lies against me. And they have not cried unto me with their heart. When they howled upon their beds, they assembled themselves for corn and wine, and they rebel against me. Though I have bound and strengthened their arms, yet do they imagine mischief against me. Okay? The priest that reminds me of Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked, and forgot about the Most High. They return, but not to the Most High. They are like a deceitful bow. Their princes shall fall by the sword for the rage of their tongue. This shall be their derision in the land of Egypt. And this is mainly talking about Babylon the Great, but you have a lot of the killings and the curses that are flowing down over there in the Latin America, especially where those cartels are controlling, those territories. So you got a lot of chaos. Argentina, you got crime that's going up in Argentina. People getting mugged, people getting shot, people getting robbed in daylight. Got a lot of stuff going on. You also have stuff going on in Puerto Rico. People getting killed out there on the daily in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Getting those drive-by shootings. I just seen the video on that. It was brutal. It was brutal, and I know it was judgment, but me having emotions, you kind of get, you kind of get emotions, and you kind of get emotional. You say, dear how about me not shy, man? Just deliver us out of this hell, because we need a rest, and a rest is coming. Lord's will, because we cannot as a people cannot continue on being wicked. It's just it can't happen. We're not built. We're not created. We're not designed to be everlasting, forever wicked. So I think that's pretty much it. All I want to say on on the whole thing. I don't want to say too much because YouTube will delete my video. But I'm gonna leave this article down there in the description box so you guys can go ahead and read. And Lord's will, you guys are edified. Until next time, Shalom.